Today we're going to explore a really powerful metaphor for leadership. It's an idea that kind of flips the script on how we think about personal growth. It challenges the notion that we have to build ourselves from scratch and suggests that maybe, just maybe, our greatest potential is already there, just waiting for us to uncover it.
So, we're going to start with this incredible idea from Michelangelo. Just think about that for a second. He believed the statue is already complete inside the marble. His job wasn't to create it, but just to chip away everything that wasn't the statue. And this is so much more than an art lesson. It's a powerful way to think about our own leadership journey.
So think about it this way. That block of stone, that's you. It's your potential, your career, your leadership skills, all those abilities you haven't even tapped into yet. What we're doing in this explainer is connecting that timeless piece of wisdom directly to the work you do, day in and day out.
And this is where we get to a really fundamental shift in perspective. Potential isn't something you have to go out and manufacture. It's something you uncover. The masterpiece, the absolute most effective, authentic version of you as a leader, it's already there. It's just waiting to be revealed.
Look, for any leader right now, this isn't just some nice philosophy. It's a professional mandate. In a world that's constantly changing, standing still is basically the fastest way to become irrelevant. Your evolution as a leader can't be an accident. It has to be a deliberate, ongoing process.
Okay, so if this masterpiece is already inside of us, how in the world do we get it out? What's the tool we use to chip away all that excess stone and actually give form to our true potential?
Well, the chisel, it's action. Simple as that. It's every conscious decision and deliberate step you take. It's launching that new project, having that really tough feedback conversation, delegating that key responsibility, or even just carving out time for deep strategic thinking. Every single one of those actions is a strike of the chisel, shaping the leader you're becoming.
And this is such a critical distinction to make. Think about insight, that brilliant strategy, that aha moment of self-awareness. That's like the sculptor's first sketch. It's beautiful, it's full of promise, but it's totally flat until you pick up the tools. Action is the messy, difficult, and absolutely essential work of carving that vision into a three-dimensional reality.
But come on, if it's really that simple, why is it so darn hard? Why do so many great ideas and good intentions just stay that way, as intentions? Well, it turns out the stone itself puts up a fight.
We've all heard it, right? Nike built a global empire on just 3 simple words. Just do it. It's such a brilliant summary of the challenge we all face, crossing that gap between knowing what we need to do and actually, doing it.
It seems so simple, but that bridge often feels a mile long, doesn't it? So what is it? What really stops us from taking that first step, from making that very first strike of the chisel against the stone? This is the resistance. This is the stone pushing back. We tell ourselves all sorts of stories. Oh, I'm just waiting for the right time, or the conditions aren't perfect yet. We get stuck in analysis paralysis, and before we know it, that initial spark of excitement is gone, and we just slide right back into our old, comfortable habits. And this is where the journey can get really tough, and honestly, a bit lonely. But just like a master sculptor might have had apprentices or mentors, we don't have to do this work all by ourselves. Getting some external guidance can be totally transformative. Think of an executive coach not as someone who carves the statue for you, but as an expert who helps you hold the chisel steady. They keep you accountable, they challenge your blind spots, and maybe most critically, they help you realign your actions with what you originally set out to do, especially when your motivation starts to fade.
And when this guidance is most powerful? It's often in our most challenging moments, a huge corporate restructuring, a period of burnout, a real crisis of confidence. These are the moments that feel like a complete breakdown, like the stone is just cracking under the pressure.
But here's the amazing part. Those exact moments, what feels like a breakdown, is almost always the thing that comes right before a huge breakthrough. These uncomfortable, messy situations can become the very catalyst that untangles our thinking and points us toward a much more authentic and purposeful way of leading.
So yes, guidance is fantastic, but at the end of the day, it's your masterpiece. The journey is ultimately yours. The responsibility to do the work, to face down that resistance from the stone, that stays with the sculptor.
And this really is the bottom line, isn't it? The stone will not carve itself. Coaches, mentors, books, they can all light up the path, but they can't walk it for you. Your potential will stay locked away until you are the one who decides to pick up the chisel and take action.
And listen, this isn't about one heroic swing of the hammer. It's not about finding the perfect day to make one giant effort. It's about persistence. It's the disciplined, continuous rhythm of small, purposeful actions day after day that reveals the masterpiece over time.
So, we'll leave you with this. The masterpiece is already within you. Your insight, your experience, that's the sketch. But now, the only question that really matters is, what action will you take? What will be your first strike? The marble is waiting.